Today I will tell you how to figure out if a stock is worth buying, how to value a stock, how to determine if the underlying business is wonderful or not. This is episode number 2. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Henrik from Value Investing. This video is not a single video, it is a series of videos with episodes so that we will go over each part of my full investment analysis I do before buying a stock. And we will go over each part of that analysis in detail so that I can bring in full value. I will show our full investment analysis step by step, what exactly we do before buying a stock. This is episode number 2, which is about our number 1 study of our full investment analysis. And the title is Understanding the Business. If you have missed our previous video, you can go back to our videos and find the video with the same title and start watching them from episode number 1. Or you can click on the card here to open the playlist. In our introduction video, the episode number 1, I announced that we have 4 investment studies we do before we can determine if a stock is worth buying or not. Those 4 studies are: number 1, understanding the business; number 2, financials of the company; number 3, CEO of the company; number 4, price of the stock. We will go over each one in detail, but this episode number 2 is all about the study number 1. The understanding of the business. But before we start, please make sure I'm not a financial advisor and I don't provide any investment recommendation. And in this video, which has an educational purpose only, I only share my thoughts about various stocks. Before you invest in anything, do your own research and analysis. Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel to receive our weekly videos if you want to expand your financial skills. Okay, let's start. Study number 1 is all about understanding the business. There are too many sources where you can read about the business to get familiar about what mainly the business is doing. You can find a short description by visiting Yahoo Finance, search the stock, clicking the profile tab and scrolling down the page to the description section. Here is that section where you can see what the business overall is all about. This is a brief description but to the point. Also, you can scroll up to read about the sector, industry, and the number of employees. If after this the company still is interesting for you and you want to know even more about it, please read the 10K annual reports of the business, where you can find everything about the business in the first section of the report. Scroll down to the table of contents and click on the business title, which is the first item of part 1. You will be referred to the part where you can read almost everything that describes the business. So where you can find those 10K reports? The official reports are on SEC website, which is sec.gov, but for easy find you can Google the company name and write investor relations keyword so that you will directly go to the company's website section where you can find any info for investors, including all reports and updates they provide. Investors who buy companies they don't know much about usually end up selling it when the price goes down. So they usually buy high and sell low, which are the opposite actions to successful investing. You must know enough about the company that you start loving it before you invest in. Otherwise, you can't hold it for years. Everyone has emotions and you can't handle your emotions when a few bad news comes out. The next thing you must do is study the industry itself and find the companies in that same industry which also do well. You better know the best companies in that same industry to understand their approach and to know if that companies can make problems for your selected company or your company has enough advantages to be protected from many shocks. So you must know what that companies or your company do better. What makes your company unique? Usually those things are written in the 10K report in the section which is called competition. The other question is if the advantage of your company is durable or not. Can your company raise prices and still keep enough clients? Or can your company add additional services or products? Does your company have enough trust from its clients? Okay, the next thing you must know about your selected company is what are their plans to do in the future? What are they going to launch in the near future, and also how they see the business growth? Also, where they invest the money and how risky is it? If they are going to invest in something that can easily double the company size or just damage it fully, that's not the company type we seek to invest in. We need some consistency in our businesses so that we can make sure that our selected companies will have consistent growth over the long term. At the end of the day, you must love what your company is doing so that you can easily give your money to them to make the world a better place so that you can sleep well at night. Let's see what Phil Town has to say about this in his book, which is called Rule Number 1. Be proud of what you own. If we buy the business as a business and not as a stock speculation, then it becomes personal. I want it to be personal. I want to be proud of what I own. This is an important starting place for deciding what to put our money into. What we decide to invest in gets our vote for continuing to do business, whatever that may be. If we buy Coca-Cola, for example, we are tacitly endorsing the company. In effect, we are saying we want Coke's products and want Coke's way of doing businesses to proliferate. If we buy a business that exploits child labor in a third world factory, we are supporting the exploitation of children. Maybe that's okay with you, but the key point here is to own what you are proud to say is yours. Our vote may not count for much at the ballot box, but as owners of a business, it counts a lot. If our decision to own a particular business is a voice in the way the world works, I think we should consider what we are saying. Approaching Rule 1 investing with an awareness of what it is you think is good or bad in the world will help you make good investment decisions for you. This doesn't mean it will safeguard you from buying businesses that will not fail, or that aligning your values with your companies assures your maximal success from a financial standpoint. It just means the world has enough hypocrites in it, so why join them? If you think something is bad for the world, then don't own the business behind it. Stand for whatever you want with your money and realize that it's a personal choice. Investing is one of the most morally charged and important things we can do. If we are privileged enough to be among the few who have more money than is necessary to survive, we must be careful how we allocate that excess capital. Ultimately, it could determine how the world works for our children. I'm not writing this book to tell you what to invest in. I hope that's clear. I'm writing this book so you'll know how to find great investments, and I'm leaving it up to you to select the 5 or 10 companies you like the best. Think of investing your money like planting seeds in the ground. Imagine that you'll reap what you sow. Act as if that's true. And buy every business with the 10-10 rule in mind. The 10-10 rule is actually Warren Buffett's rule, where Warren Buffett says if you don't feel comfortable owning a stock for 10 years, you shouldn't own it for 10 minutes. The next episode, number 3, will be all about the study number 2, which is the financials of the company. Watch it to know how to study about the income statement, the balance sheet, the cash flow statement, and the financial metrics, to know where the income comes from, where the expenses go, how healthy is your selected company, what risks it has, and to know if they are cooking books or just showing the real performance of the business. Now I want to know if you understand enough about the businesses you own or you are going to own. Now please make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notifications when I upload a new video so that you don't miss it. And if you could take any value from this video, please hit the thumbs up button and share with your friends, and don't forget to leave your comments below. Thanks for watching. Watch the next video.